There's a place beneath the city where paper never dies, where ink speaks in whispers and the dust carries memories no one wanted to remember. Emily stood at the rusted gate to City Records Archive C, her breath catching as if the stale air itself had learned to hold secrets. No one came here anymore, not since the accident, and certainly not after the fire. But someone had left the backlight on, flickering behind layers of grime. She adjusted her voice recorder, stepped forward and felt the world shift. Records Archive C wasn't on any official map, not anymore. It had been decommissioned after the incident 15 years ago, the one everyone whispered about but never documented. The story said a man named Mr. Halvers, a lifelong archivist, had been sealing up old files late one night when a structural fault collapsed part of the mezzanine. They said his body was never recovered. But someone kept cataloging the archives. New log entries appeared in the dusty shelves long after the place was shut down, dates well beyond the fire. Names of people who hadn't even died yet. Emily's hand brushed against a metal filing cabinet with a thin label. October 19, 2026. Emily Dorsey. She froze. That was her full name, and that was tomorrow's date. The drawer opened on its own. Inside was a manila folder, neatly typed. No dust, no burn marks. She reached for it, and the moment her fingers touched the edge, the lights above her buzzed to life one by one. A low hum filled the corridor like the breath of something old waking up. "Welcome back, Mr. Halvers," came a voice through the intercom. Not hers, not anyone's she could recognize. The voice was cold, automated, but not unfeeling. She opened the folder. It contained a transcript. Entry 517. Subject, Dorsey, Emily. Voice interference detected. Subject has arrived prematurely. Initiate sequence. Emily stepped back, heart racing. She wasn't just investigating a haunting, she was inside it. A door creaked open across the hall. The archive was shifting. It wasn't a building anymore. It was a memory. A labyrinth of unfinished stories trying to file themselves into permanence. She turned to leave, but the hallway behind her no longer led to the gate. It stretched on, impossibly long, lined with cabinets, shelves, and records dating back centuries. A dim light at the end blinked. Section 7B, death's not yet occurred. She walked, unsure whether she moved by will or by some unseen hand pushing her forward. Each drawer she passed whispered, not audibly, but emotionally, the kind of whisper you felt in your ribs. "Come closer," they said. "See me. Remember me." Then one cabinet clicked open. Inside, a reel-to-reel tape recorder. It was running. Her voice played. "This is Emily Dorsey. I've entered Archive C. I don't know what's happening, but I think, no, I know, I've been expected. I found a file with tomorrow's date on it. My name. Something is cataloging people before they die." She hadn't recorded that yet. Her watch beeped, 12:01 a.m. It was now October 19th. The hallway lights all blinked off. Silence fell, but not darkness. The far end of the archive began to glow faintly with a warm yellow light. Gaslight, old and flickering, like memory itself. She followed it. That's when she saw the desk. Not just any desk, but the archivist desk. Massive, wooden, nailed into the floor, covered in papers that constantly reshuffled themselves. And behind it, seated perfectly still, was a man. Thin, gaunt, wearing wireframe glasses and a waistcoat that hadn't been made in 40 years. His eyes were closed, but his hands moved over a folder as if blindfolded, opening, reading, stamping, and filing in one fluid motion. Mr. Halvers. But he wasn't dead, or he wasn't alive. He paused and opened his eyes, pale gray, lifeless. "You're early," he said. Emily stepped back. "I'm not here for you," he said, "but you've come for me, haven't you?" "No," she said. I just wanted to understand what happened." "Then sit," he said. A chair scraped behind her. She didn't move it. It was there, just waiting. "Everything here is memory," he said. "Even you. I'm not a memory, but you will be." He placed a folder in front of her, the label. Emily Dorsey, cause of death, misfiled. That doesn't make sense. Few things do here, until they're recorded. He gestured, and drawers around them began to open and close. Files sorted themselves. Voices echoed from tape reels. My job was to document the forgotten. What no one remembered, I filed. What no one cared to witness, I preserved. But the city forgot me, too. He looked down. So I stayed. I became the final archivist. And now, Emily, you've come too far. The lights dimmed. The reel spun. She stood. I'm leaving. No one leaves once their folder is opened. I didn't open mine, she said. You touched it. That's enough. You've been cataloged. She ran. The hallway warped again. Longer, darker, infinite. Rows of drawers opened and files began to fly out, paper rustling like birds in flight. She tripped, landed beside a cabinet labeled Future Redacted. She opened it. Inside was a mirror. But not her reflection. Mr. Halvers stared back at her. And then he moved, raising his hand through the glass. She screamed and woke up in the archive's entrance. Dust everywhere, no lights. The gate rusted shut. It had all been, what? She looked down. The manila folder was still in her hand. October 19, 2026, Emily Dorsey. She dropped it and ran. Outside, the world felt normal again. Bright, real. She checked her recorder. Nothing, except one file. She pressed play. This is Emily Dorsey. If someone finds this, please know. He's still there. He never left. And if you ever find your name in a drawer that wasn't meant to open, don't read it. Click.